Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing this July the 23rd, 2025, noontime cryptocurrency blockchain technology update. And you can see, just as we've been talking about the last couple of days, corrections were probably in profit taking were going to take place. And now we're watching, and something that I just wanted to point out real quick. If you look at what happened here, Bitcoin dominance notice is up 1% today, and it's up about 2% the last couple of days, while at the same time altcoins start to retrace. And you can see Ethereum now looks like it may be trying to put in a topping out pattern where you could be having sort of a rounding top formation.
New text message from Sean.
A rounding top formation here. And what I'd be looking at here to see if this is a rounding out pattern is the area to watch if you get short to medium term bearish is if you break this 3480 and confirm it and back to this green support and resistance box, you would fall very, very quickly all the way back down to the 3046.14. Now, a consolidation coming along this and trading near it for a little while was very bullish. And then that can be another bounce to the upside, right? So that's your major, short-term major upper resistance is 39.22, and your major underneath support is 34.80, or the top part of this green support and resistance box, right? But we all knew these corrections were coming. The same thing with the XLM. You can see it was indeed, we talked about when this formed, this topping out pattern in the hour time frame, which signified what could be a short-term reversal. And now you can see we've come straight down to that horizontal 43 cents that's there. You see that? The horizontal 43 cents. And now we're trying to hold it. We wicked slightly below it. We're trying to hold it. And this would be a very bullish consolidation if it held along here for a few days and then started to trade back up. That would be very healthy and very bullish, with an upper target, and the next upper resistance is 55 cents. On the contrary, if it trades around here for a little while but can't confirm back above it, it could be signaling that it's going to come down and retest this 36 cents or the top part of this green support and resistance box, which is your major short to medium term bullish or bearish signal. If you get back below that 36 cents, you flip and become short to medium term bearish again. So that's what we're watching. 43 cents is your mid-ground short-term major support. Your short-term major resistance is 55, and your longer-term bullish or bearish signal is that 36 cents. The XRP has had a similar fall. It's coming off just below the 376 and just below the 385 all-time high. It's the first initial underneath support. Short-term support is 304, and its major bullish or bearish signal is if you got below the 257 horizontal in yellow or orange right here from left to right. If you got back below that, that would be your signal to be medium-term bearish again, right? And you can see the 50-day moving average is right just above that, and the 100-day moving average is just below it. Your short-term major overhead resistance is obviously this 376, and then the 385 all-time high. And the short-term, what you're going to look to try to do in XRP is you're going to try to hold this 304, because if you can't hold this 304, what's likely to happen is you come all the way down and retest the 50-day there in red at 260 and or the major underneath bullish or bearish signal at the 255 level, right? So that's what we're looking at there. The ALGO price, you can see everything's having a similar sell-off just below this critical 36 cents. Your major overhead resistance in the short term is 36 cents. Your major support in the short term is 24 cents. And then your major short to medium term or medium term bullish or bearish signal is right there. If you break that 19-20 cent horizontal left to right, you immediately flip the medium-term bearish again, right? XCN, the same thing. We're selling off just below the overhead major resistance at the bottom part of this pink trading zone at 0.022. We're trading down just above the moving averages and just above the 0.01499, the purple zone that we fought and got above it finally a few days ago. That is your short to medium, that's your medium-term bearish or bullish signal. You get back below that purple, you're bearish, and you're likely to come all the way back down to the bottom of that. As long as you stay on top of that, you're short to medium-term bullish, and your first major overhead resistance is up here that you would have to break, right? Same thing if we go into the Bitcoin. You've got this topping out pattern Right now it's traded down slightly today, but I went over in a post that this could be this was an 18-day consolidation. We're at about day 12 in this consolidation, and this could be mirror images of what's about to happen according to the probability-based cycle. And you can see in purple how, since the track's been on here ever since December, how it's followed it. When the track in purple said, and you got the mean, I got the other ones, said it should come up, it trends up. When it says it should trend down, it trends down. When it says it should trend up, it trends up. And then the most important one right here, between the red and this purple one, they both hinted at the move to the upside. And now this one's hinting at the consolidation. The other one, after it had to move, had the big reversal. This one's hinting at the consolidation. They're both on that consolidation. I would expect about this time next week, this would have to break. And if this is to hold true, we might see a dip like that down to the 200-day and the 4-hourly. And then that's what starts the rally, similar to what happened there. So your major short-term support is this uptrending rising channel, or the 100-day moving average at 105,000. Your major overhead resistance is 155,000 and change. And your major bullish or bearish short-term support level is 97,000. Like the channel, subscribe. Peace and love. Direct Eyebrow. Jay.